Welcome to another edition of City Beat. For the Herald and Review, I'm Kenneth Lowe. Monday marks a new term for 4 members of the Decatur City Council. It was a quiet 2011 election. Incumbents Larry Foster, Pat Legler, and Dana Ray will all return for 4 more years, but there is one new councilman. After 2 unsuccessful bids in previous elections, Pat McDaniel survived an all-write-in primary and beat out the mayor's appointee in the general election. He's won a seat on the council and the honor of being the subject of today's This Is Your Council Member! A lifelong Decatur resident and veteran of the Vietnam War, McDaniel has reported on the Decatur City Council for the Decatur Tribune since 2003, but announced he would step down upon being seated on the council. He serves as executive director of the Macon County History Museum, handling the institution's finances and curating its exhibits. We spoke with McDaniel this week about growing up in Decatur and what issues he hopes to address on the council.
Let's see about term limits. I know I was asked by another media person, why? I said, well, I think all of us would like to see term limits at the national and the state level. It's not the complete answer to all our problems, but we also need to do it at the municipal level and the parks district and local level, because again, going against an incumbent is pretty tough. And if you have somebody that's been on there 3-4 terms, whether it's the city council, the park district, it's pretty tough for new young blood, and that doesn't necessarily mean young people. That means even people my age, in my 60s, to get some groundswell of support. Oh, there's an incumbent, we're going to support the incumbent. So I think term limits bring about new people with new ideas and new perspectives. You got to have some major retailers downtown, and that's the key there. Again, just because you have the money from the TIF district doesn't mean you have to spend it all. And I will not support again, we have one more contract that the council will vote on here in the future for the design work on Franklin Street, and I will support that. But I will not support putting gobs of money in the downtown area. We don't have to have the whistles and the bells. We can enhance the downtown area. You can do some, we need some new sidewalks in some of the areas where it's the brick and it's uneven. The 2 parking garages certainly need work. I mean, those are essential. And we need to see probably another parking garage built. Because with ADM moving down, which is great, and they're bringing more people, they're going to be taking more of the one garage. So yeah, you want to bring people downtown, but you're going to have places for them to park. Well, I always said I always liked to, I'm glad I grew up in the Leave It to Beaver days. It was, you could be a kid, Decatur has always been a good city, great park system. We had a great school system, and we're trying to revive our school system, make it even better. Again, we didn't have a car. I mean, we took the buses downtown. I mean, it was a thrill to go downtown. You had to dress up. And that's when the old transfer house was right there at Main and Main. And I always remember my mom, hey, hold my hand and just run across the street, because you had all the roundabout traffic and that. So again, downtown was a marvelous place to go. Department stores and people and things, and that was the center. What did it this time? And I think, there's several variables. I think name recognition was good. I've been part of the community. I was born and raised here and been very active over the last decade in different community events and organizations and neighborhoods and that. But I think, I really think when I've talked to people, and they come up and congratulate, I think the people were a little dissatisfied with the mix that was on the council, and I think that helped me.
For the last 3 years, McDaniel and I have been at almost every single council meeting, sitting next to one another while we both report on them. So I guess nothing much will change, except he'll be on that side and I'll be on this one. Until next time, that's what's happening in the city this week. For the Herald and Review, I'm Kenneth Lowe. Take care.